want to tell you guys today about my biggest regret in life. And because I want to tell you what I would tell myself if I could go back in time, if I could talk to 17-year-old me, this is the most important thing that I would tell myself. And it's this: don't buy into the lie that sinning is fun and you should do it while you're young, and then you get serious about living for Christ when you're older and you're ready to settle down and be boring. That is the biggest lie. And it worked on me. And I thought, I want to have fun sinning while I'm young. I'm going to go crazy while I'm young. Yeah, I believe in God. I'm a Christian, all that. And then I'll get serious and actually, live right when I'm older. That is the biggest lie that Satan uses on young men in this country, I believe. Here's why it's a lie. The sinning that you think is going to be fun, it's not fun. It's actually miserable. And we hear a lot of people give their testimonies and they're like, oh, I used to be into drugs and partying and jail, and then I gave my life to Christ, and here I am on this stage tonight. And that creates this like false perception that they're bragging about that. They're not. They're regretting that. Don't buy into that. I get that how it sounds. I can remember hearing that when I was 17, thinking, yeah, but here's why that doesn't work. Because it's actually the exact opposite. You see, I don't think my life even really started until I went all in for Christ. And that was, just a few years ago, a couple years before starting Men's Alliance. And gosh, I look back at all the years I wasted trying to chase fun and pleasure. And that was all crap. It was all crap. It wasn't fun. It was actually just miserable and anxiety producing and discouraging. And you just ruined so many good years and so many good relationships. And then you start living for Christ, and all of a sudden life is incredible and it's amazing and it's adventurous. And you're like, dadgummit, I wish I would have just started this sooner. My life really started when I went all in for Christ, and you realize it was totally a lie that I had bought into, thinking, oh, I'll have fun sinning while young. The sinning is actually not fun. That's the trap that Satan lays for us, making us think. And movies reinforce this, music reinforces this, culture around us reinforces this idea. And so that's why it's so appealing and so many people fall for this lie. It's a trap. Listen, living for God is not eating your vegetables. It's not tucking in your shirt. It's not boring. Living for God, that's not eating your vegetables. That's a bone-in tomahawk ribeye steak. That's what living for God is like. Sinning, that's like eating Beyond Meat tofu burgers. It's a lie. It's a trick. It looked good on the outside. Listen, living for Christ is the most exciting, adventurous thing I've ever done, and I've done quite a bit. And nothing compares to having strong Christian friends, a band of brothers, doing life with, shooting guns, going to the beach, going hiking, going camping. All the stuff we do now as Christian men far surpasses the crappy times I had trying to sin and party when I was younger. So that's my biggest regret, is that I didn't start this sooner. If I would have started living this way in my 20s, if I would have started Men's Alliance in my 20s, man, I would be so much further along than I am now. I would have a better impact. This would be a better organization. I'm starting late. I don't want you to make the same mistake. Don't buy into that ridiculous lie that sin while you're young because it's fun and to settle down. It's the exact opposite. You're going to waste a lot of great years, great potential. You're gonna get down, discouraged, depressed, anxious, diseased. That's where the life of sinning leads. It leads to miserable hangovers, tremendous regrets, failed potential. Living for Christ is the great adventure that we were designed for. John 10:10 says, I have come so that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Living for Christ is the abundant life. Listen, Paul, the original barbarian ambassador, Paul was singing in jail. You think about singing in jail. You think about preaching the gospel right after you've been whipped and flogged. You think about leading your jailer who's chained to you, leading him to Christ. He was shipwrecked, swam up on an island, and had to stop the people on this island from worshiping him. This dude had stories. He was living the adventure. Christianity is not tucking your shirt in, eating vegetables. Christianity is skydiving and eating ribeye. I want you to know that sooner in life than I did.